The last session that we're finishing in was, we had some kind of cool, groovy, ready-made apps that didn't fit in during the rest of the day, so we thought it was a nice opportunity for you to put your iPads down and just soak it all in for a little while. And so that's what we're going to start with. We're going to start with the app Smackdown, which again sounds way cooler than what it is. It just means we're going to just show you some apps and you can just look along and see how you go. Yes, so it's our turn first. Geez, we're a dangerous looking bunch, aren't we? So yeah, we're just going to show you some of the latest favourite ones that we find around the traps. And I guess some of them, you would call them, they've got ready-made stuff. I think the power in what we've hopefully shown you with some of the apps today is that you can create your own materials with photo and video footage of your students to make it really relevant as the right tool. But you will find out there some very specific apps with already social stories in them and whatnot. So we're going to just have a quick look at some of those. And I'm going to go first. And then if anybody had thought about in the break about sharing a particular app that's working for them or that they like, it doesn't matter what it's for. Just feel free to share it with us today. And then Charlene. And whether you like it or not, we also have a practical group activity that we're finishing the afternoon on. Yes. Okay. So just all turn your heads on the side to see this one. Oh, it turned around for you. There's an app developer called Autism, and they have lots of ready-made stuff, which is can be useful. So this is Calm Counter, and this is just that you know how you say to kids, just calm down and take a breath, and you'll be right.
I need a break.
We've got a voiceover. This has actually got the counting down for them. So each time I tap on the screen, it counts down, and you can feel it. The facial expression is getting less and less as you get through all the way. Now, I had a student with autism, and he used to have a meltdown whenever the bus or the train runs late. Do you know how often buses and trains run late? Like lots. Or if the taxi didn't show up on time. Woo. And so we'd been talking about calming strategies and been talking about taking a deep breath, which sounded more like hyperventilating. So I introduced this app to him, and the first few times through he was just like tapping the buttons so fast to get through to the end. And then we had to talk about, you've got to do it slowly. You can't step forward until you feel yourself calming down a bit more. And it finishes there with a deep breath anyway. So we did it that morning together. And then that afternoon, he was waiting for a train. And as luck would have it, the train was late. And he was starting to have a meltdown. And even though we'd been social storied, we'd been doing lots of things to try and decrease these meltdowns, they were still often there, and they still are to this day. But on this particular day, we'd done it in the morning. He opened up his backpack himself and pulled it out and turned on Calm Counter. And he didn't fully stop the meltdown, but he actually initiated getting the iPad out and opening Calm Counter and trying to count himself way down as a strategy to calm himself. So I thought that was a really big step for him to have moved to knowing that he needed something to calm down. So like for $1 for an app or $2 or whatever it is, I think that's pretty cool. There's another app I'm going to show you now, and as I said, we're talking about ready-mades. So when you look at Touch Autism, they have some things like emotions and feelings and telling jokes, and there's a story and some bits and pieces. So check them out if you're interested in some ready-made stuff with characters. But this is a different app developed. This is a different one altogether called Calm Talk, and in it, we've got kind of two parts to it. The first is helping the student to express how they feel. So obviously students with autism have quite a lot of difficulty describing and expressing their feelings and relating how they feel. So this is kind of a bit of a grid board, and it's very prescriptive, how do you feel, and who or what happened as well. So we're starting to try and piece together because or at. So you just push, so I feel angry, and I drag it up into the top bar there. I feel angry because Dad said no.
I feel angry because my dad said no.
So it's quite a nice way to practice